was just telling him earlier how I can't wait to roast him.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to start at Carr the year after Edna Carr here in New Orleans, a very prestigious high school. The year after Katrina, which would have been December 2005, I was lucky enough to have Mr. Ross in my advanced math class. He was extremely vocal. There are some students that you come across, and when I say these things, I'm speaking as a teacher, that you don't forget. When you pose a question to your students, there's always one voice that rings out among all of the rest, maybe a little bit more articulate, but definitely louder and more pronounced. This was definitely Mr. Ross.
It was two sides to a story, you know? And I particularly remember Mr. Hill for this. You know how people give homework, and he was one, he never wanted to call it homework. He had a special name for it. He called it an HLE. You want to know what HLE stands for? It stands for a home learning experience.
He used to do little things like wear these funny hats, the cowboy hat, and what, he had a whole host of different hats. So the big part for me was sitting in his classroom or passing by as we do the lower teachers, and just sit in for a while and see how they relate. And the way he did, and of course, yes, sometimes I would see myself, some of the things that I might say to a class being said through his mouth. So for me, seeing that progress from the teacher to an administrator, seeing him talk almost the same way to teachers has been eye-opening for me, because it makes me see how I do things, and also the regression. Being able, the opportunity to see him from a student to a teacher to an administrator is an opportunity a lot of people don't get.
Because I knew this guy, I knew this person, he was taking a chance on me as a newbie, fresh out of college, and being with TFA. I knew the stakes were high. But just, you know, the way he cares about things and his love for what he does goes beyond just education. It's how he treats people and how he invests in people long term. Mr. Hill is getting ready to transition from Alice Hart to a new journey. So this is my last year working with Mr. Hill. But just that I love Mr. Hill. I love how he carries himself, and that he's all around supportive and into whatever we're pushing when it comes to academic achievement for students. And that, Mr. Hill, you're just awesome. You really are. You're awesome. I wish that I could take you with me wherever I go.
One of the biggest things in my career that I'm gonna walk away when I walk away from education is that things go on, that I've set a stage and lined up things that'll go on beyond me. What I hope is that Mr. Ross has the pleasure of a student he has now come back years later, maybe work for him, work with him, and he can see some of the fruits of what he's done, and see it mature and grow and live. It's a feeling that it's hard to describe, but I can walk away happy.